My name's Ian Clark, and I'm here to give you another tutorial on HubSpot, and specifically how to take advantage of sending emails within HubSpot. So let me first share my screen, and you will see the contact screen on HubSpot. So just supposing we're in the habit of always sending out emails from Microsoft Outlook, you will find that all of those emails stay on your own personal hard drive, and colleagues won't necessarily know that you've been corresponding with a particular contact or company. And the same is reverse, of course. You would like to think that if your colleagues are sending emails, that the content of those emails will be visible on HubSpot. It's the best place to keep any customer correspondence, and this is what I'm going to show you today, is how to very easily send an email from within HubSpot. So just supposing I want to send an email to my friend Ian Clark. So I'm going to click on this contact here, and within HubSpot, you can see that it comes up with my name and the contact details and a lot of history about the discussions we've had with Ian over time. So now if we go straight to the center of the screen, you can see something here called email, and just to the right there's a dark gray button called create email. And then when you create the email, up pops an email screen which hopefully has your signature on. If not, you can create your own signature using the insert signature at the bottom, and make sure that that's saved within HubSpot. So here, there's two things you must do before you send any email. Every email must have a subject. So let's put a note in here: discussion about Wild AM 104. So that's our title matter. And then we create some content here. Dear Ian, will you be available today for our next discussion? Kind regards. The other thing you will find is that emails coming back to customers will also appear in HubSpot. So if you get into the habit of sending emails from HubSpot, the replies to those emails will also be placed in HubSpot automatically. And one point to make here, so we can send the email. The orange button at the bottom has appeared, but just to the right of this, there's a note there that says create task to follow up. So if we're talking about a prospect that you're perhaps sending a price to, sending some information to, it's very easy in a busy business world to forget about customers. So let's use HubSpot to remind ourselves. So let's say we're going to send an email today, but we want to follow up next week sometime. So let's say in 1 week's time. So we create a task for ourselves to go back to the customer. If you wanted to attach files, the same thing here. You can attach a file, you can insert videos, snippets, signatures, etc. And you can change the text style if you want to emphasize particular parts within your email. So there we have it. We've created an email. We've created a reminder to remind us to speak to the customer about the subject of this email, and we can then click send. And that's our email gone. And you can see here that the email is saved within HubSpot for you to see in the future, so you know when it was you last spoke to the customer, or at least corresponded with them. And you also have, and I think this is another very important point, get into the habit, and I do this every morning. I check on this drop down here called contacts, just check activity feed. When you go into activity feed, you will get to see correspondence and how many times certain emails are opened. So for instance, if I've sent an email to somebody on the topic of, here we go, Jeff Parkins, Senior Product Manager, I've sent him a topic on data sheets as promised, we can see that he's opened that email 6 times. So it just gives us a little bit of insight that the customer is reading our emails. And of course, if you don't see that email opened at all, there's a chance that the email may have gone into their spam, and you want to get in touch with them again just to make sure they are receiving your emails. Do be aware, though, that if you open up the email yourself in Outlook, it will make it look like the customer has opened it up once as well. So if you go back to an email and open it up several times, each one of those times will add to that email being open. So just be aware of that. And that is how to send an email from within HubSpot. Thank you very much.